Welcome back to Butterfly Effect Tarot. My name is Lorraine, and today's topic is what's happening within your love life throughout this current year of 2025. There are 3 piles, and the timestamps for each pile will be in the description box and the comment section below. If the readings and messages resonate, please feel free to like and subscribe and let me know in the comments if you choose. To my returning viewers and subscribers, as always, I greatly appreciate you. Thank you. To newer viewers, welcome. After this video, you're welcome to return to the channel. There are other topics, videos, and readings there as well. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into each one of your messages. Welcome to your reading pile 1 regarding what's happening within your love life throughout the current year of 2025. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. I'm going to identify the 5 cards that came through, and then we will get into your reading. So the first card out is the Moon, followed by the Strength card. And then we have the Fool card, followed by the Knight of Swords. And then the final card out is the Sun. Bottom of the deck energy is the Knight of Wands. So really quickly, it does not matter if you're male or female, masculine or feminine energy, the messages should apply no matter what. So for this group, there is a bit of a glow up happening for most of you, if not all of you. Some of you could have already went through this glow up and transformation in your life because we're almost halfway through 2025 already. But your reading starts with the card energy of the Moon, and it ends with the card the Sun. So I feel like that's polar opposite energies, kind of denoting that you may be starting out the year either coming out of a hermit mode or in a hermit mode, and then there's like a transformation where you move into the Sun energy, where you're very attractive, you're kind of shining bright, you're very more extroverted, coming out of your shell, going out more, exploring life, really kind of getting your joy back. Because the Moon card is the first card out, and that's like sadness. It could be depression, anxiety. This could mean that, again, as I stated, some of you were in hermit mode or operating in a high priestess energy, maybe really focusing and going within. And the results of that inner work, I feel, are coming to fruition externally, right? So I do feel like there is a glow up here if it hasn't happened already. But I also feel like there are energies coming in. There's a Knight of Swords and there's a Knight of Wands. The Knight of Swords is somebody who is usually an air sign or just somebody that is a deep thinker, a bit stoic. This is a person that's very intellectual and intelligent, very insightful. And this is also somebody that's very direct and straight to the point. These are the 2 fastest energies in tarot. And then you have the Knight of Wands. This is somebody who is more passionate, sexy, attractive, fun, exciting, very assertive, very direct as well. But these energies are a slightly different, just with maybe a similar energy overall in their aura. But I feel like these 2 energies are going to be prevalent in your life. Now, for others of you, you could be operating in this Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands energy yourself. It doesn't matter your gender, because with the energy of you going into this strength energy and this Fool, this is suggesting you're having a new beginning in life. And for some of you, that new beginning will be putting you in a position where maybe some of you will be closed off to love. So there, you may still be attracting a lot of attention, because I feel like you're going to be very attractive and glowing and shining bright throughout this year and perhaps beyond. So I do feel like there will be suitors and people admiring you, but it feels like there's a renewed vigor and zest for exploring life and really making memories. Some of you could be traveling, some of you could be taking up hobbies you've always wanted to take up, some of you could be starting businesses or creative endeavor projects that you've been putting off. I just feel like there's an entire revamp in your life and your perspective towards the world. Some of you, this could have been a long time coming. You could have been in this Moon energy for a while, in the Hermit energy for a while. And it's like with the Strength card, there's a new inner strength and power. It's almost like you're drawing strength from the things of the past that have hurt you. And you could be opening yourself up to the world again in a more receptive and positive way. Because the Fool card is a new beginning, but it's also the energy of taking a leap of faith to step out into a new journey in life, to seek out what you desire. And it's the energy of ridding yourself of fears and doubts and concerns and anxieties, which is kind of how maybe you started the year or this is your recent past. So I do feel like for those of you where this is the energy you're going to be in with the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands, you could be, again, maybe starting a new gym routine or really focusing a lot of energy on yourself and your dreams and your goals, and really just basking in this newfound excitement about exploring and just being in your power again. Others of you, This Knight of Wands and Knight of Swords energy are two individuals that will stand out the most to you this year. One of them, you may text them a lot, call them a lot. You could meet them online, or they could reach out to you online. There's going to be open communication. You will more than likely enjoy the conversations with this person, maybe a very deep and insightful conversations, and this person may stimulate you on an intellectual level. The Knight of Wands energy is somebody who's going to maybe appeal to you more on a surface level, right? Very attractive, fun, and exciting and charismatic. And since your energy is going to be your energy is going to be very much in that realm as well, that could be what magnetizes you to this person. So you may meet this person, out and about while you're having fun and exploring, maybe out at a club or out at a party or an event or at the mall or just somewhere where you're kind of in your element, and your fiery, more passionate, exciting energy is going to maybe stand out to this person. And since this is a bold and direct energy, this person may approach you. Now, the Six of Cups showed itself. Okay, so I am going to say for a select few of you, and I'm saying it because it came out and that's what I do. For a select few of you, this one of these people may be a past person. I feel very strongly that it is the Knight of Wands. Maybe this is somebody from your past that was a player archetype, but I feel like maybe if this, for those of you where this may be a past person that comes in, they could have been like, there could have been like an intense, passionate connection there. Like there was a lot of chemistry. Maybe the intimacy was really good. There was like a very strong magnetic draw between the two of you. But for others of you, this could be two entirely new people. But since the Six of Cups did show itself, I do want to make that known because it did show itself quite prominently. Like it kind of stood out. So there's that. But either way, I feel like for some of you, this energy is going to show up differently. Everyone here, I feel like this energy is yours overall. Happy, excited about life, starting something new, heading out on a new journey, exploring, just enjoying the adventures of life, creating new memories, being in your power. There's no fear, there's no doubts, there's no longer energy of the past being able to hold you back or hinder how you feel. This is just, it's kind of reminding me of the song by Diana Ross, I'm Coming Out. Like the vibes of that song, that's what it's giving me. Like you're coming out and the world is getting to see you again. Except now I feel like after all the inner work you've done with this moon energy, where you were more closed off and behind the scenes, now when you step out in the sun energy, your light I feel like is even brighter than it was before. Like again, you're in your power. There will more than likely be maybe some success and prosperity and victory when it comes to career endeavors. But I feel like this has more to do with your own inner approach to life, your own inner perspectives on life. Maybe you were viewing life from more of a negative or toxic perspective before because of different things you've experienced. And now you're going to be viewing life in this more optimistic, open, trusting type of energy where now you're kind of putting out this energy of optimism and good things happening and things working out in your favor. And it's kind of drawing in those type of results, positive results. And I feel like, again, this is going to draw in a lot of suitors. Some of you may not entertain these suitors because you're enjoying being in this kind of free spirited energy and kind of feeling this energy being more new. You want to maybe bask in it a little bit before you allow anyone else into your space. Whereas others of you are going to have two people that you are going to want to entertain. And they're going to stimulate you and you're going to be drawn to them on two different levels. And for a small select few of you, one of these people, if not both, but I'm feeling at least one of them could be someone from the past that you had a very strong attraction with. Okay. So I do feel like this is going to be a very beautiful experience for this group. It is a general reading, so there's multiple people that'll be drawn to this, and it's going to kind of pan out differently for each of you. The timeline could also be different. Like I said, some of you could already be in this sun energy, this strength and full energy. Others of you may be coming into this energy maybe around the summer, because the sun card, this is when the sun is shining the brightest is in the summer, and also right about now, which is spring. So yeah, some of you could already be feeling this energy. Others of you may feel it fully bloom or start to bloom right around the summer months. Yeah, I feel like you're literally and figuratively stepping out into the sun. Very confident. Like there's a lot of energy here of confidence. I feel like the swagger of your walk, I guess is the best way to put it, the way you walk is going to kind of change, or it has been changing. There's a stronger, more maybe even a bit of a seductive walk, or powerful, authoritative energy about the way you walk, the way you dress may be changing. What you're attracted to in terms of your style may be changing. You may be changing your hair, trying different makeup routines. Again, some of you, as I stated, could be starting by going back to the gym. But there's just a lot of energy if you're pouring into yourself this year, whether or not there are going to be other people that you allow into your inner space. There's a lot of focus on you and your happiness and what makes you happy. Even for those of you where you will be letting people in, like I said, that you're still very much focused on you. So I feel like all these suitors or these two energies that are coming in, while their energy is focused on you and intently pursuing you, your energy will be focused on yourself, which I think is only going to heighten their desire and attraction for you. And I feel that's maybe why you're getting two of the fastest moving nights in tarot, because they're seeing you and your energy is magnetizing and drawing them in, even if it's on an energetic level. And and yeah, I like this. I think that you're going to enjoy this year, hopefully beyond this year too. Hopefully beyond this year too. But I feel like you're definitely going to be enjoying this year. But there's a very strong energy here of you having a new beginning this year, and it is going to affect every area of your life. And I love that for you. Because again, I do feel like this is a long time coming. With the moon card, maybe during winter and fall, more recently, or at some point in the past, you were in this kind of dark, depressive, sad energy, and or maybe something prominent or significant happened for some of you during the fall and winter months, and that may have had you in this kind of hermit energy, going within and kind of being closed off. But I do feel like for this group, you are going to be enjoying being single. And even for those of you that don't entertain any of these offers or any of this attention you're getting, I do feel like you're still going to enjoy receiving this attention. Seeing, people admiring you and looking at you, and knowing that they want to approach you. Just making you're going to feel desirable, right? Even if you already do, like, this is going to be on a whole nother level, I feel like, for this group. Yeah, like I said, I love that for you. But I am going to leave your reading there. And of course, if it resonates on any level, please feel free to like and subscribe. You can let me know in the comments if you choose. And if interested, you may return to the channel. There will be other topics, videos, and readings there as well. But other than that, thank you. Welcome to your reading pile 2 regarding what's happening within your love life throughout this current year of 2025. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. We're going to identify the 5 cards that came out, and then we'll get into your reading. So the first card out is the Knight of Cups, followed by the Nine of Pentacles. And then we have the Knight of Wands, followed by the Ten of Swords. And then we have the World card as the final card out. Bottom of the deck energy is the Ten of Pentacles. So really quickly, it does not matter if you're male or female, masculine or feminine energy. The messages should apply no matter what. So for this group, I feel like for the most part, there is two energies that are wanting to come into your life, or that have already or will be coming towards you in this year. With this Knight of Cups energy coming in, this is somebody who's maybe a water sign or somebody who moves in a heart space. This is a person who could be very complimentary towards you. They could be very genuine, very charming, very much a gentleman, or somebody who's very patient, very kind, very generous, very romantic. They could be coming in to offer you a gift, or they could perhaps like to give you a lot of gifts. But I feel like this is a newer energy, or this is somebody that you may have been getting to know for a while, and then now it's kind of like you are finally going on a date, and they're finally wanting to take you on a date and kind of explore, the build up between you. But others of you, this is a person that may come out of the blue and make an offer, ask you out. There's also a Knight of Wands, who I do feel like is a past energy, because it's coming out with the Ten of Swords behind it, and that's a painful ending. And then what's coming out after the Ten of Swords is the World card, and that's usually the end of a cycle, the end of a journey, a difficult, long journey, and usually one that was very painful and something that maybe you had to heal and transform from. It could have caused you to go through a spiritual awakening or a very hermit mode type of energy. But we do have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups both coming towards this Nine of Pentacles energy. However, the Knight of Wands is coming in from behind towards the Nine of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups energy is coming in from in front of. So yeah, I feel like this Knight of Cups is new. This Knight of Wands is old. But I do feel like this Knight of Wands may sense that you are moving on, or that there's another energy coming in that is very much has a lot of potential, because Knight of Wands is the fastest moving energy in the deck. So this person is coming in quickly, or they're desiring to come in quickly. This is action. This person is feeling passionate towards you. This person from the past. So maybe if there's been a while since you've been around them, the distance has made the heart grow fonder, and it's made their urge and desire and passion for you grow fonder. This person is wanting to come in and perhaps be with you, or have a very fast rekindling of something from, the distant or recent past. But both of these energies are seeing you as a Nine of Pentacles energy. So very high valued, very attractive, very, responsible, structured, disciplined, independent, confident. They're viewing you as somebody who has it all. Like, you don't really need anyone. You're able to take care of yourself and anyone else that relies on you. You're very hardworking, faithful, and loyal. That's how they're seeing you. They're seeing you as someone that they can have a Ten of Pentacles with the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. But I do feel like for this group, you are maybe very focused on yourself and your responsibilities. You're very focused on your stability right now based on these cards. You're focused on building your own empire, or indulging in the fruits of the labor that you have already acquired from the empire you've been building. Because I feel like for this group, there's either a windfall of money, or some sort of a business, or raise, or inheritance. There may be something financially coming in for you this year, if it hasn't already. Others of you are already in a Nine of Pentacles, where you're already very financially free. You have financial abundance. You don't really need or want for anything. And you don't really have to rely on anyone for anything when it comes to your livelihood. So these energies are seeing you as somebody that's very focused on you. You could be very much focused this year on disciplining yourself, maybe taking care of your physical health, eating well, working out. Again, you could be traveling this year with the World card, or relocating or moving homes with the Ten of Pentacles. You could be buying a new home. But I do feel like these energies are coming towards you. Their sights are set on you, but I feel like your sights are set on your business. It's set on your empire. It's set on your money, your responsibility, your joy, enjoying the fruits of your labor, enjoying the energy of having worked hard, or having to complete this difficult cycle from your past, and now being able to relax and really just spoil yourself and spoil those around you that are deserving of it. So whether or not you will entertain either of these options, I can't say. It is a general reading. But I do see that this Knight of Cups coming in is somebody who does have potential, or at least this other energy that from your past is sensing them, and they're sensing that there's potential there. Because with the Nine of Pentacles, this denotes to me that you are somebody who's very stable, and you are someone who maybe saw yourself building a Ten of Pentacles with this Knight of Wands from the past, only to find out that they were flighty. They did not operate in this kind of grounded energy. They could have been promiscuous, wanting to explore their options, or this could have been a person who maybe put other things before you, like their career, their selves, their dreams, their goals. They really didn't maybe they treated you like an option, or because they're seeing you as a Nine of Pentacles now, and somebody that they're able to have a Ten of Pentacles with, they may have seen you as somebody where they didn't see your value, or they seen the value and wanted to maybe humble you and keep you on the back burner until they matured into being able to have a Ten of Pentacles with you. But obviously, with that painful ending, you weren't having it. For those of you where this does apply, you walked away, because even though they didn't see the value in you then, you knew your worth. And so now this energy wants to come back in. Maybe they've explored their options and realized the grass wasn't greener. Maybe they are, again, feeling the energy of someone else coming in, and they can maybe sense the potential that this situation has. They're concerned with maybe someone else coming in and seeing the value in you. But this newer energy, this Knight of Cups, they're genuine. Knight of Cups is often a very genuine energy. They tend to move at a steady pace, which I think you may appreciate, because with you coming out operating in this Nine and Ten of Pentacles energy, you are somebody that prefers to move slow, and you prefer to take your time, and you prefer to build and grow something that is stable. You're not really interested in something that will, The flame will flicker fast but go out just as quickly. You want like a slow burn. Usually, this is the type of energy of somebody who wants to build something that will last the test of time. And typically, the Knight of Cups is that type of energy. They are very much family focused. They're focused on having a Ten of Cups energy, with you. So having a Knight of Cups come in, who's usually Ten of Cups minded, and having you as a Nine of Pentacles energy, and you being Ten of Pentacles minded, this is the type of pairing that could build a legacy together. So again, whether or not you take that offer, I don't know, but I do see that you are very much enjoying life and enjoying this wealth. So, however, this money is coming in, and again, you could also just be finding value in life. If you don't foresee, although we're only halfway through, roughly halfway through the year, if you're not in this Nine of Pentacles already, there may be some sort of a windfall, raise, a new job opportunity, a business. There's something that I feel is going to bring in a quite a bit of money for you. And others of you, again, you may already have access to this financial abundance, but there's something that's going to have you feeling extremely confident and stable. Like you don't have you really don't have a care in the world when it comes to your livelihood. Like I feel like you're going to be in an energy where you could buy what you want, you can travel to where you want. Like I feel like for this group, you're really going to enjoy this year, but especially maybe this summer, especially with this financial abundance. If it comes in by summer, it depends. Some of you, this could come in at the end of the year because Ten of Pentacles is endings. So yeah, I definitely feel like you're going to be in a very beautiful energy this year if you aren't already. I do feel like there's two energies that will show themselves, one from the past, one from the present. I don't know if you're going to take either option or entertain either person, but with that World card showing there's a completion or ending of a journey, I feel like this Knight of Wands is wasting their time. But this is a bold and courageous person. This is not a person that fears rejection. So if they did fear rejection in the past, I feel like maybe the thought that someone else is coming in that will be able to value you and see the worth and value you have could have fueled them to overcome that fear of rejection, because this energy is definitely seemingly wanting to come in fast. But this is something I feel like you had to heal from. And you could have moved into a Nine of Pentacles after this ending. Because with the World card, it is the end of a painful journey, but usually it's where you arrive to a place in your life where you're now able to step into your purpose. You now have clarity about the path ahead, and you're now in a position and in an energy where you're ready to create the life that you want. This is the card of having spiritual and financial abundance. Having a beautiful balance between the two. So I do feel like this is a group that has worked on themselves, and I feel like this year it's like again, similar to pile one. There are some different elements here, I will be honest, but because this group feels more focused on your money and your stability and your home, your environment, your circumstances. But there are people seeing the value in you this year, and they're wanting you. And this may be more than just these two people, but these two energies came out. So obviously I have to highlight that. But I am interested to see how this turns out. But I don't think this Knight of Wands has a chance. I feel like this is something that you've closed a chapter on with this World card. You're focused only on anyone that you can have a Ten of Pentacles with. And if neither of these options are it for you, as you move forward throughout this year and beyond, I feel like you're focused on creating a Ten of Pentacles on your own, because you're already seemingly operating in a Nine of Pentacles energy based on these cards. So you're really focused on building lineage, something to leave behind, a legacy, something that will surpass you. So some of you could be parents, or you could have people that rely on you financially, or they rely on your loving, nurturing energy, and you want to create something that is very stable, grounded, and long lasting for them. And I love that for you. Yeah, this looks like a really good energy. Yeah, but I'm going to leave it there. And of course, if it resonated on any level that you know of already, you may feel free to like and subscribe and let me know in the comments if you choose. And if interested, you may return to the channel. There are other topics, videos, and readings there as well. But other than that, thank you. Welcome to your reading pile 3 regarding what is happening within your love life within this current year of 2025. So I've already pre-shuffled. I do prefer to pull 5 cards. 6 cards came out for this group. So we'll identify the cards that came out and then we will go ahead and get into the reading. The first card out is the Star, followed by the Five of Cups. And then we have the Death card, followed by the Lovers. And then we have the Emperor, followed by the Seven of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck energy is the Knight of Pentacles. So, really quickly, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, masculine or feminine energy, the messages should apply no matter what. So, pile 3. This is always my pile that tends to be a bit of a mixed bag and tends to throw me for a loop. So, when I first pre-shuffled and pulled for this reading, I got a message of somebody from the past. Okay. So I chose to kind of cleanse the energy and reshuffle again because the past energy had came out in pile 2, and I wanted to make sure it was not carrying over. So in all, I think I've shuffled and pulled about 3 or 4 times, and I finally just said this is the message because the same energy and messages came through, even though they were different cards. The one consistent thing that did continuously come out in every card pull was the Emperor and the Death card. With that being said, this is somebody from the past, okay? They may not have been an emperor at the time, but based on the energy of this emperor constantly coming out in each pull, this person may have matured. But what's happening here is this person is dealing with a lot of regrets with this Five of Cups showing itself in the Death card. This person is dealing with a lot of regrets, a lot of sadness. It doesn't matter how long you two have been apart. For some of you, this could be a boss or somebody you once worked for, worked with, some sort of a superior energy. For others of you, this could be your current husband, and maybe you guys are on the rocks and kind of at the brink of divorce or separation, and some of you have already divorced this person, or this was just a long-term relationship with someone that maybe you've seen them as potentially being your emperor. Others of you, this could be your child's other parent, but this is definitely somebody who is viewing you as the end all be all. They're viewing you as somebody with a lot of value, very confident, very successful, somebody who brings a lot to the table, very loyal, very dedicated, very attractive, very disciplined, and trustworthy. So I do feel like this person is trying to figure out with the Seven of Pentacles at the end here coming out after the Emperor and the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom. This person is trying to figure out what they can offer, what it is that they can bring in, what approach can they take. They're trying to figure out something of value that they can offer to you that will seem worthy of you wanting to operate in the star energy and have a renewal of this connection, because the star card comes out with the Five of Cups, and the star card is a card of renewal. It's something that is transformed in the way for the better, which is how I read it. This is like good fortune, good karma, prosperity. This is something that is divinely protected, and it's kind of like having a Midas touch, something that you touch and it transform in a way. So I feel like this person is definitely wanting to come in with this confidence, and this kind of optimism. Maybe this person has been seeking spiritual guidance, as how to approach this connection and revamp it in a way. But with the Death card coming out for some of you, this has been over for a while. I do feel like there was a transformation here, a spiritual transformation that could have taken place in both of you. But I do feel like mainly, especially for you, and I say that because in one of the previous card pulls I did for this reading, the Queen of Swords and Ace of Swords and the High Priestess showed itself, right? So throughout the process of this reading, with all the cards that came out and the different messages that came through, I've got a very cold energy from the feminine in the situation. Very closed off, very much, guarded, very much not interested, right? And with this emperor is very intimidating, and they are very bold and fearless and courageous. Generally, they don't have a fear of rejection. But this person, their energy is kind of showing based off of the reading and the previous card pulls. There's a concern about being rejected. I feel like this person has a concern about how you'll respond. I do feel like for a number of these individuals, they're aware that they have messed up, right? And now for some of my masculines drawn to this could be your energy. You could want to go and come in and revamp something with someone from the past. Otherwise, you can flip it. But there's definitely someone here who is longing and yearning for your energy. And this person, again, if they were not an emperor in the past, this person has evolved into one for a number of them, right? Because I don't know them personally. This is a general reading. So I'm not going to say it's for all of them. But I am going to say that with this death card, there could have been a transformation. With the lovers, this is a connection between two people that's very deep, very passionate, very intense, very spiritual. And it's oftentimes a couple that tends to choose each other over and over again. So I feel like for some of you, this is someone you could have been off and on with. You could have had like quite a few breakups or separations or rocky situations. And then you always kind of came back together or always tried to renew it. But with the death card coming out, it's also like there was a final ending, or you're currently at that point where this is kind of where you're maybe feeling like this is it. Like you want to finally end this with this death card, put it to rest, transform, heal, grow from it, and move on. Now, for those of you where this is someone that is from the distant past, like this is something that has been over for a while, you could have went through something of a glow up spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and also physically once this situation ended. And some of these other energies could have as well. But I do feel like this person is wanting to come and improve themselves. But again, I don't get the vibe based off the cards that we've seen or that I've seen come out. I don't get the vibe that the feminine energy is interested. Even if this person is renewed, like with this star card and this emperor, I'm just not feeling like you see the value, or it feels more like you've already given this person one or more chances in the past or at some point to get it right. And they fumbled each time. And it's like you're kind of in this energy where you're very guarded, your boundaries are very strong, you're very detached and closed off from this person's energy, and you're not willing to give them a chance to fool you again. You're not willing to give them a chance to come in and hurt you and send you backwards into another healing and transformation or dark night of the soul type of experience. But I feel like this person wants to take a leap of faith because the Fool card did come out in the previous card pool for this group. So this person wants to come in. They're coming in with this optimism. It could be a phony optimism, right? Like they could have, in their mind's eye, they're coming in with this energy, or maybe feeling like if they operate in an energy of optimism and hope and faith, that may change the outcome of what happens when they come in with an offer. But with the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, this person is moving slowly. Now, some of them could have already made themselves and their energy known to you, right? Because we're already almost halfway through 2025, and each of you may be on a different timeline. But this person is moving slowly, and I think it's because they view you in such a high light, and also they may have messed up in such a dramatic and intense way that they're trying to find something that would almost remedy that, right? Which I don't really feel like there's necessarily anything that could. But again, with the Seven of Pentacles, this is about being patient. This is about waiting for results, but this is also the card of really contemplating. This could be somebody who is maybe reflecting a lot on the relationship and the good aspects of the relationships and of the relationship and how valuable it was, how valuable you are, how they took that value for granted. And now they're seeing you as this person that they want to come towards. And with the Knight of Pentacles, this isn't a person that's wanting to invest for the long haul. They're seeing you as somebody that they can have a Ten of Pentacles with, a legacy, a lineage, an empire, abundance, and a happy, joyous home. And with the Knight of Pentacles, the offer they're wanting to make is one that is going to be an investment that they want to spend time building and renewing and healing. Because with the Star card, this is a connection that they want to heal. This is a situation they want to transform. They want to rejuvenate this. It's almost like they want to bring this relationship back from the dead, if you will, because the Death card is out here. But they want it to be one that is, it's one that has transformed or one that you will transform, because the Lovers connection is a transformative connection. These are two energies that they're able to transform each other and their overall aura around their union by being together. This could have been a very passionate and intense romantic link up. However, it was, whether this is an ex husband or spouse or relationship where you just had this long term commitment with this person, whether this is someone you're married to now and you're at the end of the road where you want to part ways, or whether this is somebody that you share children with. This is somebody who has a lot of desire for you. This person could also maybe feel like they are slightly obsessed with your energy or even addicted to your energy. And I feel like this person is missing you greatly. There is a lot of regret here. With the Five of Cups and the Death card, this person is regretting this ending. They're regretting the tower moment that this may have caused. They're regretting maybe their own actions, how they handled this, and then what they lost. And this person wants that old thing back. I'm gonna say it like that. They want this old connection back. And they're trying to take their time. But I feel like this is more of for show because on an internal level, this person is kind of fired up, right? Like this person is kind of ready to go. Like they're anxious. I feel like a desperate energy here, like a need. They need you. They need to come in and finally get this going. Because there could also be a fear of you moving on. There could be a fear of someone else coming along and seeing the value and worth that you have that they failed to, and actually, benefiting from that wonderful essence that you have, and you actually meeting somebody that is worthy of you and having a Ten of Pentacles with them. This person may feel like you are their empress, or you are their counterpart, and if there's no revamp or renewal of this, they may feel like that's it for them, right? Like they will never find anyone else that will they will have this type of intense, lovers draw, an internal spiritual, physical, mental connection with. But again, in the previous pulls where your energy showed for the feminines, you gave off cold. You gave off detached, protecting your energy, protecting your space, not interested, not wanting to hear it. It almost gave the energy of you've made your decision and your decision is final. Now, to be fair, it's very possible that a couple of you, some of you may entertain the idea of starting something new with this person. And it may be where you choose to take this person back and move slower to build. And I do say that because it's possible, right? This is general. So it's going to apply differently for each of you. The timeline may be different and how you choose to respond may be different. Because I feel like for the feminines here, you are highly intuitive, right? I feel like this masculine is too. But with the Queen of Swords, High Priestess showing itself, I feel like the feminines are very intuitive. And this person knows this. So I feel like you may either already feel this person's energy coming back, or I also feel like this is suggesting that you may be able to, some of you may see this person in a new light, right? You may be able to see the authentic change in them with this Death card and this Emperor coming out. You may actually see that this lover's connection transformed this person, and the absence of your presence forced them to change and evolve and mature to come back around. And if your situation is different, where it wasn't this overly intense, heartbreaking, heart wrenching, unforgivable experience. For some of you, yeah, you may take this person back, and with like the full energy, you may take a leap of faith to start something new. I do feel like you will still move slower, and I still feel like for those of you who do decide to rekindle this or restart this situation, you're going to take your time and you're still going to exercise a lot of caution with this person. But for a majority of the energy for this group, I got nothing but cold vibes, right? Which doesn't mean you're going to say no. A couple of you can say yes, but it'll be within reason. In other words, if you do rekindle something with this person or entertain it, I feel like it's going to take a lot and it's going to take a long time for this person to earn your trust back, for this person to have you fully. And even then, I don't think that if you choose to be with this person, they will ever get the full scope or full kind of core essence that they may have had access to with you before, because there may always be a concern or underlying fear that this person will trick you, or they may lie, or they may cheat, or they may steal, or they may deceive you. Once you may feel like this once they have you where they want you. So again, that's just a side message, but for a majority of you, I think this person is just going to have to take the L. And I don't think that you're going to be bothered by it, because I felt like the energy coming from the feminine in this is your heart is closed off to this person. It's like you've healed, you've transformed. You may have went through spiritual glow ups, physical, mental, emotional glow ups, and you're at a whole nother pace. So, in other words, if this person has matured, in the past when you were together or at it, whatever point you were with this person, you may have already been more mature than this person, and that could be how they fumbled this, because they weren't at that level of maturity. But for example, now for those of them that have matured and they're coming back in to show that they're now operating in this emperor, this more mature energy, it's like now your elevation and transformation has put you on an even higher level of maturity, emotional intelligence, and spiritual attunement. So it's like they're still not at your level, but they're probably higher up than they were before, because the emperor is this is the type of the hierarchy. This is a very loyal, dedicated, honorable person. This is somebody that moves with integrity. This is the ideal, spouse and parent. This is a person you would want to build an empire with. And be that as it may, past energy, past situations, past things are still ruminating there, and you've healed, and may have taken a while for you. You may have went through a lot of darkness having to heal from this, and the idea of having to potentially put yourself back into that energy and do this all over again, it may feel like it's not worth it, right? So, however, you take it how it resonates, it's going to apply different for each of you, but there's definitely something, or rather, someone from the past that is wanting to come in. They are yearning your energy. They are seeing you as high valued. They're seeing you as this gem, and they're concerned perhaps with someone else coming in and being able to have access to you, and they're moving slow. So again, I feel like this person is intimidated by you. There's a caution, there's a concern, there's a fear of your reaction to them. Some of these people could be blocked, right? And for those of them that do have access to you, with the 7 of Pentacles, they're reflecting on maybe their actions in the past, but also reflecting on what you could have had by now if things were different, and or what you could have going forward if you accept this Knight of Pentacles offer that they bring. Some of them may not even come in and outright tell you that they have feelings for you, right? Some of them could come out and maybe propose something or make an offer to work together, right? Or again, if this is like an old boss or somebody that you once worked with, maybe they may come in and use a job offer or a raise or promotion or even a nice gift, something that's going to kind of break the ice. This person is trying to find a way to come in and break the ice and help you see the value in them that they see in you. But again, I don't know how that's going to go for them. But I do feel like for a number of you, you may potentially still have passionate feelings for this person, but I don't feel like the or you may rather, let me put it this way, you may still feel an energetic tie to this person. You may still be able to feel their energy, because with the Lovers, you could be millions of miles apart and you could still feel them. You could feel their desire and yearning for you, even if your energy is not matching that. So that's why I say I feel for this group, you would know who this is. You would know. You may even feel their presence as it's getting closer. But this person has regrets. They regret the ending of this situation. And those that you're still dealing with, they regret the potential ending and separation of this. Like, this person may be in a darkness right now, or they're trying to come out of the darkness, but this person may be depressed. This is somebody who may have had sleepless nights. They may have been dealing with anxiety. They may have, kind of isolated themselves for a while. They could have went through a hermit moment where maybe they were struggling with, addictions and coping mechanisms to try to get over this, and trying to also, maybe some of them were trying to also fight the urge and the yearning they had for you, right? Because maybe they didn't want to admit they were wrong, or they didn't want to have to evolve into um, this emperor energy so that they could have you back. But it feels like that's what happened anyway. Whether or not they'll get you back again, that's neither here nor there. But there is something that there is someone that wants to come in, and they are coming in slowly. They are coming in slowly. Yeah, this is quite interesting. I it Pile three is always one that throws me for a loop. Um, I do find myself oftentimes shuffling multiple cards and pulling the messages over and over for pile three, only because it is very important to me that I'm making sure the message is accurate and concise. But I don't think I've ever shuffled and pulled as many times for pile three or any other group as I did for this one. And that was simply because I wanted to make sure that there was no energy from the previous piles pulling over. Um, and yeah, the message was exactly the same, different cards minus the Emperor and Death. The messages were exactly the same. Someone from the past coming in after a tower moment, after a heartbreak, somebody who may have been a deceptive energy. They may have put you in a moon and hermit energy, broke your heart, put you in a darkness or transformative energy that you needed to be in. And now they may have transformed as a result of losing you. And now they want to come back in. The message kept coming out. So that is why I am doubling down on this. If you have a past person or that this is not resonating with, you may have to choose a different pile. But this group, I'm sticking with my gut because the message did not waver. Even when some of the cards wavered, the message stayed the same, which also confirms that this person is certain and sure that you are who they want. They are seeing you as their empress. This person may want to come in and build a connection, and this person may already be thinking about marrying you, right? But I feel like this person knows that they need to take their time and rebuild the trust and the stability in this connection first. But this person, I'm telling you now, in their mind's eye, you're already their partner, right? If you say yes to this Knight of Swords, this Knight of Pentacles offer, this person already has intentions of marrying you. For those of you where you're married and your relationship or your union is on the rocks and you're at the end of maybe choosing a divorce or separation, this person is seeing you as the only person for them. And they want to essentially kind of put your mind at ease and try to sit down and work through a way to find some sort of stability and balance in your connection. So for some of you, you could even be struggling financially or when it comes to your circumstances, or this person caused some sort of imbalance in your finances and your stability. And now they're coming in, and this offer could be something monetary, something where they're coming in to try to balance out in your material world, or financial world where they had taken from you, or maybe again just wanting to come in and help to reestablish your circumstances again as a means to prove that they're a provider, that they can be a provider, that they're a protector, that they're a nurturer, that they're marriage material. And if they are, I don't know, right? Some of these people could be putting on airs. It's possible, but I don't get that vibe. I'm not saying you should take this person back. Based on the energies I've seen, I don't think that many of you will anyway. Like, I don't even think the thought of saying yes will even enter your mind because your energy seems cold and unwavering. And they probably deserve that type of energy from you. I'm not going to say they don't. I just can't guarantee that they're going to get you back. So I guess we shall wait and see, just like this person is doing. But I'm going to leave the reading there. And of course, if it resonates, please feel free to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you choose. And if interested, you may return to the channel. There are other topics, videos, and readings there as well. But other than that, thank you.